Now we're ready to do our last piece for you. Your program tells you it's entitled Casey's Last Run. A lot of you may be wondering what is that all about. So let me give you just a little bit of history about this particular piece. It's written in honor of the train engineer Casey Jones, which a lot of people know had a very tragic death in April of 1900. And a lot of things that people don't know about Casey. He was born and raised in Jackson, Tennessee, and he worked his way up quickly through the through the Illinois Central Railway, from being a fireman all the way up to being an engineer. He became very well known throughout the country as an engineer who was always on time. People would say they could set their watches by Casey's train, which was the famous Cannonball Express. And he made the run from Memphis to New Orleans many times. On this particular night in April, in 1900, it was a very foggy night, and Casey got off to a late start, but he, being himself, was determined to get there on time. And so he made up a lot of time in the first 100 miles. And in the next 25 miles, he made up even more time. When he stopped for water in Mississippi, he was only 5 minutes behind schedule. But Casey was warned that the fog was even worse ahead, but he didn't heed the warnings. And he was supposed to take a side track for one of the passenger cars that would be coming by. Instead, Casey stayed on the main track. And up ahead, he told his fireman, he said, "It's too late, we can't stop now." He could see that there was a passenger train stopped on the tracks ahead. And so Casey was the only one that was injured in this wreck. Unfortunately, it led to his death. But everyone else he saved that night by his skilled engineering skills. So you're going to hear this piece as the train leaves the station. You're going to hear as the train picks up speed. You're going to hear the train as it comes to a sudden stop at the impact. But at the end, you're going to hear how the legend goes on. So here's Casey's Last Run.